Oh, beekeeping is never without its quandaries. So, pretty sure this colony is queenless. It's still a pretty good population of bees. But I'm going to dig in deep here in a moment and see if there's any brood, but I don't think there is. In addition to this one, and that would be after the swarm season, it came out of winter strong. Two of these over here exited swarm season queenless. These two center right here, these two center colonies, population still great, but no brood. So I have two queens coming for them. This is a swarm I caught, and I always keep a backup in this little 5-frame just for things like this. So I moved this over here a couple days ago. I'm going to take this colony that is queenless, and I'm going to merge it with this colony that has a very productive queen. So my plan is to, I took 2 supers and added them to this colony over here. So you can see it has 2 supers. The intent there is that one of the supers was nearly full just from spring, and the other super is just drawn comb. So I'm going to pull that brood box off, move all of the bees from the brood box into the supers, move the 5 best frames from that deep into a new deep in place of this, move all 5 frames from this little nuke into there, so it would have 10 frames, half from this 5 frame, half from that 10 frame. In theory, that's going to mix the smells enough that I can merge the two maybe tomorrow. So I'll add newspaper to the top of that deep, put both of those supers, which should now be full of bees, on top, and have one merged full-size colony. In theory, we'll see. So now I'm not saying this is what caused it, but this is 2 years in a row that I've used the Apivar miticide, and this is 2 years in a row that I've had 2 or more queens not take after swarm season. So this colony here and this colony here being queenless. Last year I actually lost an entire colony because I didn't catch it queenless early enough. This one was I requeened last year, and again this year is queenless. So suffice it to say, the only thing that's changed in the last 2 years is the use of Apivar versus oxalic acid. I will not be using Apivar anymore, and see if that's the cause. So here goes, taking a small 5 frame and converting it to a combined 10 frame. Not going to try to film it because this is not going to be a quick process, but I'll post an update in a couple of days. Later. Alright, here we go. 2 queens. You can see the marking there on the one on the right. The other one went in the tube. She'll be out in a minute. Oh, there we go. There she is. Just hanging out. Gonna get them installed. Alright, we have 2 queens here, so the benefit of this, not really a benefit of having 2 queenless hives, but benefit of having 2 queens is we're going to check and see how these bees react. And if they're aggressive, we'll try the other queen. If they're accepting, so trying to feed her versus sting her, we'll leave her be. So here it goes. Let's see once they get a whiff of her what they do. Come on, guys. Got a queen here. Oh, they're starting to smell her. So that one there is sticking its face through, trying to feed, presumably. So it looks like this will be a good one Oh, there they go, they found her. Come on, girls. Get on up there. So they've been queenless for a while. They should accept her, no problem. They should be happy to see, yep, trying to feed through it. You can see them sticking their tongue through. So this is a good sign. It means they're ready for a queen. They've been queenless for too long. So I'll just stick her down between the two center frames of that have the most bees, and they'll get to work freeing her. It's always a little tight, so you have to squeeze your frames together on both sides, but there, now they're seeing. See, I don't know if you can see in the video, but you can see that they're sticking their faces through, and they're actually sticking their tongues, for lack of a better explanation. That's not what it's really called, but sticking their tongues through to try to feed her. So see if we can see this one up close here. That's a good sign. They're ready for a queen. This was a colony I requeened last year, which was disappointing to have to queen again, but it is what it is. Have to figure out what caused 2 years in a row to lose so many queens, but I suspect it was the apivar. We'll try again this year using only a oxalic acid vaporizer to treat the mites. All right, I'm gonna get her set and move on to the next. All right, so same thing here. I'm gonna put her in. I had to move this one in a little bit of a different location just because I don't have a big number of bees in the middle. Let's see. Switch this, sorry. Let's see what we get here. Remove this smoker so it doesn't mask her pheromone. She's gonna go right there, just because there's a large number of bees right there. Not getting the reaction yet that I hope for. There. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they just came face to face with the queen. Not trying. I don't think. What are you doing here? Come on, girls. Not getting as immediate of a feeding response as the others, but they're not balling her up either to try to get her.
bouncing her butt. Not trying to sting, so I guess that's good. No aggression, but so I think they'll be good. I'm gonna go ahead and install it.
All right, success. So this was the only hive that came out fully intact this swarm season. It came out, all of them came out of winter fully intact. These two had no queen. This was a swarm that I caught, so it's in. These two have been requeened here in the next few days, once I get the right day. That's a queenless again. So I'm going to move those two supers, which will be full of queenless bees, and onto this one, and hopefully merge the two colonies. So see ya.